Hey, what's up, geeks? So in this video we're going to create a custom picker. Now there's no doubt in my mind that whatever application that you create, you're going to need a picker in some way, shape, or form. Right now I have 3 buttons on our screen. We have our month, our day, and our year button. So usually when you have some kind of application and they may ask for your sex, your gender, or you're putting in credit card information, they want to have the month, day, and year that credit card expires, or they want your birthday, etc. These applications, they're going to use the picker module. There was actually one company that I worked for recently. It was called PetKey, and what they had is they had a collection of different pets and a collection of different breeds, and based off of the pet type that you selected, it showed a selection of different breeds. So I had to make this custom picker, and I figured I'd just show you guys how to create a custom picker for your applications. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to code this thing off the fly. The better I've been getting with React Native coding in general, and the same thing's going to happen to you. The more you do it, the easier it gets. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this thing off the fly. I'm going to give you guys an idea of what we currently have within our code. We have our colors, we have a use state in from React, and we have the month, day, and year modal. We haven't created this yet, but our picker is going to live within a modal. And we also have these values. So when you're using the picker, you have to have a function that sets the value, and you also have to have something that references the value of that picker. So it'll make more sense once we get to that part. So anyways, I have our buttons here and our styling is here. All right. So we're going to go to React Native's website and we're going to import the modal component. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do that now. I'm going to import modal from React Native. And at the bottom of our buttons, I'm going to go ahead and just add our modal. And then I'm going to go to React Native's website and I'm just going to copy what we have here. All right, just going to copy this, and this isn't going to be a big deal. Right now we have modal visible, so I'm going to say, just for this example, I'm going to reference month. Actually, set month modal. I'm going to reference that first, right? So I'm going to say this is going to be month modal. So if month modal is true, our modal is going to open. Right now you can see our month modal is set to false. All right, so we go back to our React Native's website. We have the view, center view. Center view, it has basically this stuff right here. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to add a view. I'm going to say style, and this is going to be flex 1. I'll put the background color as, put it as yellow for right now, just so we can see that it's open. Take a look at that. Click this. Okay, the modal's working. Next thing we want to go ahead and do, we want to go to, now originally you can just import picker from React Native. We still can do that, but it's deprecated. It just hasn't been removed from this version for that reason. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to Google that. I'm just going to show you guys React Native picker. Again, it redirects you to React Native's website. Now check this out. Right at the beginning it tells you it's deprecated. Use React Native community picker instead. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. I'm going to grab this command. Actually, yarn add. Just grab this stuff. And then within our project, I'm just going to run the command. Let's go back to React Native's, we'll go back to the dependencies website. We also have to run pod install. So I'm going to go into my project, go into the iOS, and run the command pod install. Okay, all good. Now, we look at what we have. We don't have to do any of this linking stuff because it happens automatically. So in order to use our picker, we have to import it like this. So I'm going to go ahead, to the top of our file, import our picker. and then I'm just going to copy what we have here for the picker. So let me go ahead, go into our modal component. Grab our picker. Now let me see. This state. So instead I'm going to say selected value is going to equal month. Okay. And instead of value change, we're going to say set. I'm going to say set month. Set month is going to be equal to item value, and the item value is going to be whatever one of these two. Let's save that. Now we click this on. Oh, we have to rebuild our project because I have to do the pod install. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then we will resume. Okay, so the project's been rebuilt. Now let's get back to business. So if we actually click on any of these other buttons, exactly, they shouldn't work. But when we click on our month button, okay, yes, our modal is working. Now I'm gonna stop for a second. I'm going to make our background, but before I make our background, I'm actually going to comment out our picker. I'm going to add a view. All right, and within that view, I'm going to give it the background color white. Let me see, do I have white up there as a color? I do. So I'm going to say white. And go ahead and I'm going to give it the width of 100%. And I'm going to give it the height of 40%. Okay, cool. So I'm going to say position is going to be absolute, and bottom is going to be 0. Okay, looking good, looking good. Now I'm going to comment out our picker. I'll comment this thing out. There we go. Cut it out, put it in there. Okay, awesome. Now I'm going to give our picker the width. Yeah, right here, I'm going to give it the width of 100%. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. And I'm going to add a row right here for our view. Actually, I'm going to add touchable opacity. Yeah, touchable opacity. Add text. And I'm going to give the text close. Text is going to be closed, and on press is going to be what we have here for set year modal. To basically close our modal. Add an arrow function. Okay, cool. Go ahead and add some styling to this. We're going to move all this to another file, so don't worry about that. So let's say style, justify content. It's going to be center, and align items. It's going to be center as well. Okay, cool. So I can make that prettier a little bit later. The point is that now we have our picker. So press this, our close button, on press year modal, set year modal. Oh, month modal, see. Oh, there I go, I got the month. So month, you guys probably saw that. Okay, there we go. Month modal. What am I doing? Referencing the wrong stuff. Should I? I'll keep it. I was gonna say maybe I should just edit this out, but that's what coding's all about, mistakes. So you see I'm referencing the year modal. So I have to reference month, save it, now it's gonna close. All right, so I'm gonna update the background color from white to just plain. So yeah, that looks a little bit more professional, actually a lot more professional. All right, so what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm gonna grab our month modal code. I'm going to cut that out, and then I'm going to say create a file titled custom modal. If I put custom picker, this won't work, so I'll put my custom modal, my custom picker, my custom picker .js. Now this is going to be a functional component. My custom picker. Put that in there just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to add a few props to this. So we're going to have to say our is modal, say open modal, modal open, set modal open, and then we have to say value. So we're going to say value, set value, and then we're also going to have something for data. So this is going to have 5 props. So I hope that makes sense, guys. We need let me just go over what these props mean. So these 2 props are for our modal. This is what's going to open up our modal like we did previously. Then once our modal is open, you have to set which value you want for your picker. So we go ahead, we're going to do it like this, right? And then also we have to reference data. So I'm going to show you why and how this data is just so important. Now right now, you can see that we're hard coding our picker. Like we have our picker items. Instead of doing that, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to say const picker data. It's going to be an arrow function, right? I put that in the wrong spot. So I'm going to take this out. I'm going to put it right here. So const picker data. All right, I'm going to return this. All right, so I'm going to pass in my data, that data property that we have right here. And I'm going to say, we're going to map through our data. So we're going to say if data dot length greater than 0, and I have to wrap this in a if. So that's say if. Then we're going to map through it. So we're going to say data dot map value index just like that. So we're going to reference our value. So the label is going to be the value, and the value is going to be the val. So let me go ahead. I have to use our backticks. Okay, copy this. We're going to reference our val. Okay, that looks good. We have to wrap this in our brackets as well. Okay. I wonder if we just put the value like this. Yeah, that works. So value, and then we're going to say key. is going to be our index, so we're looping through it. Now, for modal visible, we have to set this value equal to modal open. Okay, and for our on press, we have to set, we're going to say set modal open, and this is going to reference our modal open. The selected value is going to be value. And we're going to set value, and this is item value, just equal to this. All right. Now, just to remove some more confusion, I'm going to go ahead and add our style sheet. Styles equals style sheet dot create. And I'm going to say container. Styles dot container. I'm going to say this is a picker container. Okay, styles dot picker container. Touchable opacity. So this is going to be our close button. Okay, cool. Width is 100%, height is okay. All right, this is all good enough. Now, within our picker, we have to reference our function that we just created, picker data. And then we have to pass in our data into our picker data. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll name this picker data. I'll name it items. All right. So now we just have to pass our items. Say that this shouldn't do anything exactly. So I'm going to import my custom picker. And when I import my custom picker, I'm going to add it right here. Add all of our props. Open, value, item, set value. Now I'm gonna go ahead. I'm going to show you guys our data.js file. Right here, I have an array of years, an array of day, an array of months. We're going to use this data within our for our picker. And as you can see, if we go back to our picker is going to get that data and loop through it and add an item for each piece of data. Now, I'm going to import month, day, and year from my data file. For my modal, right now we're talking about the month, so I'm going to say month modal, set month modal, value, I'm going to pass in month. For item, I'm going to pass in month as well. Let me see, I have to as d month. Okay. Data month. Okay, name it data month. I do the same thing for day. Data day. Year as data year. So there's no kind of like confusion around that. Okay, so data month. For items, I'm going to pass in data month. Okay, and set value is going to be set month. Save this. We click our month. Set month modal. One second, guys. Okay, geeks, so you probably saw this before I even did. Now, with our my custom picker, we need to swap our function with our value. So as you can see, within our function, I'm referencing the wrong thing. So I have to say set month modal, and then I have to add month modal as the value. I'll save that. Okay, we're not getting anything. So I'm going to our picker, and it has to be around our condition. And I can see why, because I have this if. It's just a brain fart. So I'm supposed to say return. If it meets this condition, then this is what we're going to do. Go ahead, I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to remove this curly brackets, all this stuff, and paste that in there. All right, and now we can see we have our months. Cool. Oh, and our close isn't working. Oh, forgot to add our bang. Awesome. Now, if we go back, we go ahead, we're going to do the same thing for our day and our year. So we're going to say set year modal. We're going to say year, and let me say data year. Year is actually supposed to be at the bottom, so I'm gonna, I guess it really doesn't matter, but I'm going to go ahead and put it in the right order. Now we have day, set day. Okay, now take a look at that, referencing our years and our days. I didn't put too many days. I didn't feel like going all the way to 30. And then our month. I could make this a little bit more stylish, but the whole point I want you guys to see is how to create a custom modal. And I'm going to console log our values just so you can see that it's actually working. So I'm going to say console log. I'm going to pass in our month, our day, and our year. Save that, turn on our debugger, shake this out, debug. Okay, let's inspect, see what we're working with. All right, so day, as you can see, the default value is blank. Now, we're going to set as April. See, our month is now April. Day is now 12, and year is 2012. Geeks, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. You better like this video. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.